How does cyber play a role in, especially your industry? Can you share what you're seeing in there, where with more and more connected buildings? I know we've, as I said, touched on this. Where's the industry going from that point of view?
Yeah, it's a good question. Well, in terms of cyber, on my risk rating, it's right up there with health and safety within our business. And the reason being is these days when we do build large buildings, everything's designed and drawn in computerized systems. Obviously, we all work off computers, job management systems. There's lots and lots of different software that we're now using to build buildings, and so not having a tech system or a tech structure within your business that is reliable and online 24/7 can be the death of your business. But I've been quite worried about some of the advancements that we're seeing with cyber attacks and what's capable these days. Down to the deep fakes and all sorts of things. The early days, people would be mimicking me on email, trying to do pretty unsophisticated scams. But what we're seeing come through these days are quite sophisticated, just from a phishing perspective. But the real danger for us is that to have a company come onto our network and disable it through a cyber attack. And having seen some of the presentations on what these cyber attacks are doing with AI-based systems, we thought the only way to have a chance is to go to an AI-based protection system. So we've been doing that. We've spent an enormous amount of money in plugging the gaps, cleaning up infrastructure, procedures, processes to ensure that's for our own business. But then we've got to think about our customers as well. And the reality is that commercial buildings are a massive risk to cyber. I said before, you might have 15, 10, 20, even 30 different systems within a building. And these days, when they're being built, they're coming up with integrated networks in there. So it only takes one breach to get onto that network. And depending on how that network's used within the building, it can then lead to all sorts of problems. And it's a massive issue in our industry, which I think the industry is only really in the early adoption of solutions to.